Smash it, then trash it. Press it.
What's up, everybody? We gonna call this that extra degree. As I'm reading this new book, got it a while ago, but this weekend, me and my wife just talking, it made me just have an urge and a drive to just want to step my game up even more. I know it's the season, it's the time to push, it's the time to go, but I don't think I've been pushing hard enough. You know, I just need more. I still feel as though certain little things getting in, certain people getting in. When I used to be competing, I always blocked everybody out. I stayed in the zone. You know, people thought I was rude. I didn't talk to people. I didn't eat before competition. You know, remember back then you competed and you had to stay late, you know, until late at night. Sometimes, 1 o'clock in the morning, you would get out that tournament. And I wouldn't eat until that time, you know, because my focus is that I had to be zoned into that one thing. That's to win. And I could not allow anything to come into my head. I couldn't have nobody talking to me about anything. I needed to focus on that moment at hand. You know, and I think that's what's missing. You know, we got so many distractions. You can't win with distractions. And back then, too, I remember I did a recent interview with Mr. Jerry. And Mr. Jerry Fontanez, we were talking about just being able to focus and how it was back in the day when you competed and you had to compete against people and you got 8th place. I remember my first national tournament, Diamond Nationals. I got 8th place. That 8th place ribbon meant a lot to me. It inspired me. 8th place back then was like first place compared to, today at some of these tournaments, you know. There's still some tournaments back then, man, that if you won, you knew you were bad, you know. The Battle of Atlanta, the Diamond Nationals, you know what I'm saying? Empire State Nationals, AKA Grand Nationals, U.S. Capital Classics, All-American. It just goes on. U.S. Open. You won those tournaments, man. You knew that you had to give it a little bit more. The thing that made you even win was that it was that competitor in the midst of that challenge, they gave a little bit more. You know, a little bit more than what you gave that day. And you knew that. It's like, all right, I got you, Rich. God bless Richie Brandon Soul. Or I got you, Kevin. You know, or I got you, Marty. You know, it's like you gave a little bit more. You know, and that's what I need to get back to, a little bit more. I know I'm probably giving 110. I got to give a little bit more. Because I think my 110 slipping up a little bit. So I got to get a little bit more, you know. 120, 130, whatever it may be, man, I got to give it a little bit more because I'm allowing, you know, I'm not trying to be funny. You didn't allow people who wanted to be. You know, I remember one time George Chung said in the circle, I don't know if he remembers, but I remember because I had the privilege to be around them guys. He said, you coulda, shoulda, woulda. I ain't going to be a shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know what I'm saying? It's like me. I'm not putting anything down. I have no need to compete as a senior. Because guess what? I done won as a young adult or as a teenager. You know, I'm not putting anybody down, but that's the other thing too, is say, man, many times the reason why you do that is because you never won when you was adult. You know what I mean? When you was a young adult, you know, 29 and under. But it don't matter. Age don't have anything to do with it. But I remember all those things. And I got to step my game up to make sure I achieve the level of success that I want inside myself a little bit more. It's that little small thing that most people can't see that makes a difference. And the thing about it, you can't see it. When you pushing and you working and you fine-tuning little things, it's like the little thumb. You know, the tucking of the thumb. Or to make sure your shoestrings are tied right. Or to make sure, you know, you got to plan. And from a business standpoint, you got to put your 12 months in advance. You got to lay it out, you know, for your business. You know, it might not be what you're going to do, but at least you already got it laid out. You know, because to me, that little bit is that something going to happen. Something going to happen. I don't care what nobody says. Something's going to happen. So you got to be prepared for the unexpected. It ain't the things that you know about or that you prepared for that's going to throw you off. It's the ones that's going to come, and they going to come. You know what I'm saying? They gonna come. You might go to, what is it, the Twin Tower Nationals, and in the nighttime finals, you find out that you lost your shoes and they competing on concrete. And you gotta run your form, and the impact of doing all the flips and everything like got your feet swollen up. So you get on the bus, come back home, but the very next day you gotta open up the dojo at 10 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock in the morning. But you gotta get there at 9 because you ain't got a car, so you gotta walk. So you got to get there an hour before time so you can set up and get ready for class. So you work from 10 in the morning till 10 at night. That's how time the dojo open. You understand what I'm saying? There wasn't no playing around. Wasn't no telephone. Wasn't no distractions. You know what I'm saying? I was so focused on it, I couldn't have no distractions. It was all about growing in school. It was all about working out, getting ready for the tournament. You know, that's what it's about, man. A little bit more. And it was those things that I did that nobody couldn't see or I couldn't see that manifest the success that I have today. And I will never forget that. And that's what it's all about, man. You know what I'm saying? To me, like black belt degrees, that's what they are. It's that little bit more. It ain't no achievement that you done arrived somewhere so you in a chill mode. It's an accomplishment, meaning that you got to work harder. You got to work your ass off harder. It's another level of hard work. For some reason, people think it's about chill mode. It ain't no chill. You don't break. You keep working. You don't run away from challenges. When something come your way, step your damn game up, deal with the obstacle, overcome, and guess what? The next time they come, you will be good with it because you can prevent it or you can deal with it and you can use it as a stepping stone. Many people run. You running from, so what? It feels uncomfortable. But if it's good and it feels uncomfortable, don't you think it's about ready to break through to be gooder? Come on. Come on. Stop quitting. Stop making complaints. Stop making excuses. Some people ain't got nothing. What are you going to do? Probably gave me no damn airplane ticket. I had to catch the bus for 3 days. I wanted it that bad, and I still want it that bad. I understand when somebody say, Bam, you don't report on time. You ain't coming to work on time. You ain't got no punctuality. Well, guess what? In order to be a champ, you got to be at your division right on time. For me, it don't even feel right to come late and ask somebody to accommodate you so you can still get in the division and you late. That means you wasn't prepared. To stop wanting people to accept your mistakes. You shouldn't accept your own damn mistakes. Yeah, we gonna make them, but suck it up. Get it together, man. Stop quitting when times get hard. Stop making your kid quit when times get hard. Life ain't supposed to be comfortable. You gotta earn comfortability. But guess what? If you wobbling it too long, you're gonna lose out. And challenging gonna come again. And uncomfortable gonna come again. And you're gonna be complaining. And you're gonna quit. Do you realize that every time you quit something that you run into, do you realize that you're just running from yourself? And one day, some people die and don't even realize it. You keep running back to, you don't realize you keep going back to the same obstacle. Boom. Same thing, same thing, same thing, same thing. And you start wondering like, I can't grow. It ain't working for me. You start getting depressed, fearful, loss of faith, start blaming other people. It's always somebody else's fault. Somebody else did this to me. It's because, guess what? You did it to yourself. When I was in competition, I used to, come on. You know what I used to do? I would write down what I thought I did wrong. I would ask the judges and I would write it down. I would go home and study. So I went back to the blackboard and corrected what I found out about my weaknesses. See, I had to analyze when I made mistakes, because don't get it twisted. Any champ, if you agree, if you're a champ, you know that you succeeded a lot more times when you had to creatively adapt and made mistakes and you adjusted and nobody on the outside can tell you made a mistake and you won. But everybody else said you were great. And you're like, man, that was a weak performance, man. That wasn't my best. The ones that you knew that you was on with, the world said, oh man, you made a mistake. That's why you got to judge yourself. You got to know yourself. One more. Almost done. Keep going. One more. The next degree. You feel me? The next degree. Don't quit. One more. Give it that extra degree. You feel me? That's why I'm putting my mask on.
This my new mask. One more. Just one more. Peace.